One of the most confusing experiences for many men in relationships is this. At the beginning, everything feels natural. The conversations flow easily. The attraction feels mutual. But then something changes. The man starts putting in more effort, more attention, more reassurance, more attempts to keep the connection strong. And strangely, this is often the moment when attraction begins to fade. From a male perspective, this feels completely backwards. If effort shows interest and interest shows commitment, then more effort should strengthen attraction. But in many cases, the opposite happens. And the reason has less to do with effort itself and more to do with what that effort signals. In early attraction, both people are responding to curiosity and emotional tension. There is space. Each person is discovering the other gradually. But when one person begins trying too hard to secure the relationship, that dynamic changes. The interaction shifts from exploration to reassurance. Instead of two people discovering each other, it becomes one person trying to maintain emotional stability for the relationship. And this subtle shift can change how attraction is experienced. Psychologically, attraction often depends on emotional independence. Not distance in a negative sense, but the sense that each person is stable on their own. When a man begins constantly adjusting his behavior to maintain approval, the signal changes. Instead of independence, it can communicate uncertainty. Instead of calm confidence, it can suggest that the relationship itself has become a source of emotional pressure. This does not mean effort is bad. Healthy relationships absolutely involve care, attention, and investment. But the difference lies in where that effort comes from. Effort that comes from stability tends to strengthen attraction. Effort that comes from anxiety often has the opposite effect. When someone feels they must constantly maintain the other person's feelings, the interaction begins to feel heavier. This is especially true in early stages of attraction. Attraction tends to grow when both people feel emotionally comfortable, not controlled, not monitored, not managed. When a man remains grounded in his own life, routines, interests, and direction, the relationship exists as part of that stability rather than the center of it. This creates a very different emotional experience. Instead of trying to hold the relationship together through effort, the connection develops more naturally. The paradox is that attraction tends to respond better to stability than intensity. Trying harder rarely creates attraction, but being emotionally steady often does. This is why many men notice that when they stop trying to constantly manage the relationship dynamic, the interaction often becomes lighter again. The goal is not to withdraw, and it's not to play games. The real goal is emotional balance. A relationship should add to someone's life, not replace their sense of direction. And when that balance exists, attraction usually feels much more natural. If you're interested in understanding more about how emotional dynamics shape attraction and relationships, there are additional resources linked below that explore these patterns in more detail.